Good morning on Saturday. Is it the 15th today? Yeah, I think it's the 15th today. I've got a really bad glare behind my head, sorry about that. We left the hotel and then we've popped to Dunkin' Donuts to get some Dunkin' Donuts because me and Luke have never had any. And then we've driven the 15-minute drive to New Haven because we were in East Haven to see Yale. The only problem is the Welcome Centre to pick up a leaflet to tour around Yale properly doesn't open till 11 on a Saturday, which is kind of annoying. So we've put some parking, but we've only put the parking on till like 11:05. So we've split up to me and Luke and Mum and Ian, and we're now wandering around trying to find a shop to get something with Connecticut written on it, because this is the only time we're going to be in Connecticut. We are leaving Connecticut today, so we need to find a patch or some souvenirs or something with Connecticut on it. But we're just going to have a wander around, see what we can see, and hopefully have a little look at Yale, because it's Yale. Just wandering around Yale. The visitor centre still isn't open, but I mainly wanted to see it because in Gossip Girl, if you've watched Gossip Girl, Yale is where Blair Waldorf wants to go, so I'm particularly interested in Yale for that because Blair Waldorf is the queen. So yeah, it's just really beautiful around here, all the old buildings, and it is kind of a bit more like British history-ish with all like the old buildings and old brick and stone. It's just very beautiful architecture. We're back in the car and we're waiting for Mum and Ian. So I think we're just going to have our Dunkin' Donuts. We got half a dozen. So Luke picked 3, I picked 3. I've got strawberry frosting, vanilla with sprinkles and a jelly one. Luke's got plain glazed, chocolate frosting and chocolate glazed. So I don't know which one you're going to go for first.
No, me neither.
But I've never had Dunkin' Donuts, so I'm interested to see what the fuss is about. We've just stopped briefly in Mystic, which is one of the last towns as we go through Connecticut, because we didn't get any Connecticut souvenirs, so we wanted to see if we could get any from here. It's actually a really like quaint little place with a seaport, so we're just having a little meander around the seaport area, and then we're going to go to some other little shops here, see if we can get some souvenirs, and just to soak up the Connecticutness, really. Yeah, it's really nice. It's like a maritime port, and it's got a nice maritime museum and some old ships and lovely jubbly. Had a little wander around the old Mystic Village shops, but there still wasn't anything put in terms of patches that we wanted, that we've been collecting from each state. So we've only picked up a magnet. There was no other Connecticut memorabilia that we wanted. So we've finished here. We've now put in the sat nav to go to the Breakers in Rhode Island, in Newport, because we wanted to stop in Newport. And the Breakers is the massive like Vanderbilt mansion, and we wanted to go in there. So it's going to take us another approximately an hour to get over there. So we're going to have to get cracking because it is 1:45 already. We've got so much to do today, so we do need to get a wriggle on. So next stop, Newport. Just arrived in Newport, Rhode Island to have a little look around. We're going to go to the Breakers, which is the Vanderbilt mansion, and I'm really gutted that we're not here for longer because we've just driven through the town itself and it looks really, really nice, and they've got like a seafood festival going on, and then we've driven down the road where like loads of the big mansions are and it looks amazing. I wish we had time to like properly wander down there. And then there's like a motor vehicle like museum thing that Luke would love, and I don't think we'll have time to do that. So yeah, it's a real shame that we're not here for like 2 nights or something. We're not even staying here at night. Even if we stayed here at night, I'd be able to see some stuff in the morning. But yeah, we're not staying here, which is gutting. So just have to see what time it is once we get out of the Breakers and see what we can fit in while we're here, because it looks pretty damn lovely. But you can hear, it's called the Breakers because you can hear the sea, or the sea breaks just below it, and it sounds amazing, like the sound of the sea breaking down here just below this amazing house up here. It's just like, imagine living here. It's just insane. It's so beautiful, such a nice location, and it must be good to have money. It must be damn good, because that house is incredible and the location is incredible, and I wish I had money basically. I need to figure out a money making scheme. Good morning on, I don't know what the day is, I think it's Sunday. We are now in Provincetown. I didn't finish yesterday the vlog because after the Breakers we had like a 2.5 hour drive down to Provincetown. And then when we got here, Mum had rung on the way, and Booking.com had messed up our booking, and one of the rooms was a shared bathroom, so that caused a few issues. And then when we got here, Luke didn't feel very well, so we went out for separate dinners. Me and Luke went out to a burger place, but it was really, really noisy, and he had one bite of his burger and then said, I need to go. So we had to get our dinner boxed up, and then we went back to the hotel. So, well, it's like a B&B. So last night didn't go too well for Luke because he was sick in the night. But it's now Sunday morning and we are up in Provincetown ready for a whale spotting boat trip. So yeah, it's a nice day. I think it's going to be quite cold because obviously we're at sea and it's October. But it should be a good little trip, and then we'll have a little look around Provincetown afterwards before we leave. And that is the current plan for this morning. watching boat trip in Provincetown, which was really good because we actually saw some whales, and I did manage to get a little bit of video of it, which I was pleased with. We didn't get any pictures because I couldn't do both, and it's like fleeting sightings, and it did do this like breach thing where it came out of the water and like landed, but I didn't manage to get that, which was annoying. But it was really good. It's the first time me and Mum said we've been on a whale watching trip in Canada, Gran Canaria, Hawaii. We'd never seen anything, so it's the first time we've actually probably seen, and it was really close to the boat as well. Yeah, it was really close to the boat, which was good. It wasn't like miles in the distance. So that was great, and then we went into Provincetown for a spot of lunch and to grab a couple of souvenirs, had a little wander through there, and we're now on our way off of Cape Cod, which is seeming to take forever because the Cape is quite long. There's quite a lot of it. We're at the very most end tip. But we're now on our way to Plymouth, which is not where the Pilgrims actually landed. They first landed in Provincetown and there wasn't really enough there for them in terms of land, so then they went over to Plymouth and that's where they settled. So we're going there to quickly see if there's like a little spot that they mark it as, because did you say they set sail from Southampton? Yeah, they set sail from Southampton, which is where I went to uni, so Mum's got a little picture of where they set off from there, so she wants the matching one at the other end. So yeah, our next stop is Plymouth, briefly. Just arrived in Plymouth to see where the Mayflower people settled, the Pilgrim Fathers. Saw a sign that this is the home of the first Thanksgiving, which is pretty cool. I'd love to be in America for Thanksgiving one year, just to see what it's all like. But yeah, there's a big monument over there that we'll go and have a look at, and then there's a couple of like statue people up there and over there, and I don't know, have a little wander about. We've got 2 hours free parking, so.
There's the monument. Looks very Greek.
Yeah. And then there's the Mayflower 2 over in the harbour.
Oh yeah, Mayflower 2.0. Sorry, I'm going to zoom in again. Over there, so yeah, and overall there's the water.
Overall there's the water.
I was going to say overall it looks pretty pleasant, but then I saw the water.
Arrived at our final hotel in Boston. We are at the club quarters. Really weird lighting again. We're at the club quarters in a slightly different area to the previous Boston hotel. We're only here for one night, so it's our final night on our holiday. Our final night in Boston, which I'm really sad about. I wish we had like a couple more days in each of the places, so I wish we'd had another night in Vermont, definitely. I wish we'd had a night in Newport because I really wanted to explore more of Newport, and I wish we had 2 nights in Boston, so that because tomorrow the Celtics, the basketball team, are playing a pre-season game, and I wish we could have got tickets to that and stayed another night. So really sad that it is our final night, but we are, well, Luke's had a shower and got ready for dinner and started fiddling around with his case and sorting all the stuff out to pack it later. I've just been doing some research of like final things that I definitely want to see while we're in Boston. Places that we definitely need to go. We've booked some tickets. We're going to go on a Fenway Park tour tomorrow morning, and then we're going to go to Harvard and then cram in as much else as we can after those 2 things, because our flight's not until like 9 o'clock at night. But yeah, we're just getting ready to go out to dinner. We're going to go to Hard Rock Cafe because we missed it when we were here the first time because I didn't feel very well. I have got a bit of a headache at the moment as well, but I need to persevere because I need to go to this Hard Rock Cafe. I can't go somewhere and miss it. So yeah, we're off to the Hard Rock Cafe, which I'm looking forward to. It doesn't look like the greatest Hard Rock Cafe I've ever seen, but I'm looking forward to it nonetheless.